there is tremendous potentiality in the body, mind, intellect mechanism that God has given to us. We need to awaken that potentiality. Most of us use only a portion of it, and a majority of our potential lies latent because of our tendency of laziness. It is said that a reporter was sitting in the office of Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore was the founder of Shanti Niketan, a school of arts and culture in Kolkata. A student came up to the principal and he showed a painting that he had made. Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore looked at the painting and he scolded the student, "That's just not good enough, you can do so much better." And before his eyes, he ripped apart the painting. He said, "Go and make a better one and bring it." The student returned. The reporter was astonished. He said, "Gurudev, that was a pretty good painting. You tore it. I am sure it was not that bad." Rabindranath Tagore said, "It's not a question of good or bad. This boy has got far greater potential. He is not utilizing it. I ripped apart that painting in order to awaken his latent potential. When he tries harder, he will definitely do better than this." There's a similar story which reveals the possibilities of the potential that lie within us. It is said that once a queen fell in love with one of the servants in the palace. Now, the king came to know about this, and the king wondered what would be the best possible approach. So he challenged the servant and he said, "I challenge you to a duel. If you defeat me, the queen and the kingdom will be yours. If not, I will kill you in duel." Now people thought this man is a goner because the king was powerful, well-trained, accomplished warrior. And what did this servant know? Nevertheless, the duel began. The servant was fighting for his life. The king was fighting as an entertainment. The servant fought with all desperation. It seemed as if he was getting the better hand over the king. The fight continued for some time until the king felt that he is going to lose. And then he stopped it and said, "That's enough. All right, I forgive you." So the king was astonished and asked the minister, "How come the servant fought better than me?" The minister said, "O king, I doubted this from the beginning. You were not challenging yourself in that battle, but for that servant, it was a matter of life and death, and hence he was using all his capabilities to the extreme." So similarly, we have tremendous potential if we exert our intellect, exert our mind, utilize our physical capacities. What comes in the way is laziness. People make excuses. "Swamiji, man Bhagavan mein nahi lagta. My mind doesn't remain in God. What should I do?" I tell them, look, which scripture says that the mind will remain in God? For the mind to remain there is siddhi or perfection. The scriptures tell us you will have to do sadhana. or practice. First, there is practice, and then there is perfection. So first we will have to endeavor to force our mind on towards God, and then the naturality will come. Practice is necessary in every sphere of life. Ravi Shankar, a great Indian musician, was asked by Western reporters whether he still needs to practice. Ravi Shankar said, "I do. If I do not practice for a single day, I can feel the difference during my performance. If I do not practice for 2 days, the critics in the audience can feel the difference. And if I do not practice for 3 days, most of the audience is able to feel the difference." So just as we need to practice in the material realm, similarly, we will attain perfection through practice. Now, we must not shy away from that practice, because practice will require effort. There is the story of a monkey who decided to fast. So he did not eat anything since morning. Now he was feeling a little exhausted. So he lay down on a branch to take some rest until he would break his fast next morning. While he was lying down, his mind played mischief, and he thought, supposing in the morning I am so enervated that I cannot break any fruit, then what will happen? Let me break the fruit and keep them handy nearby. He broke a bunch of bananas and placed them on the neighboring branch and again went to rest. But his mind again played mischief, and he thought, what if I am so exhausted and weak in the morning that I cannot reach out to the other branch? Why don't I hold the banana in my hand itself? He now had the banana in his hand and he was resting, when again his monkey mind played mischief. He thought, I have never fasted before in my life. Supposing I don't have the energy to lift my hand and place the banana in my mouth, when I'm going to break the fast tomorrow, then what will happen? So let me do it today itself. He peeled the banana and placed the fruit in his mouth. Naturally, when the senses come in touch with the object, where is the question of restraint? He began chewing the banana and he broke his fast. So that is the nature of the monkey mind. If we wish to progress on the spiritual path, we will have to prevent the mind from pulling us backwards. There is tremendous potentiality in the body, mind, intellect mechanism that God has given to us. We need to awaken that potentiality. Most of us use only a portion of it, and a majority of our potential lies latent because of our tendency of laziness. Laziness means not putting in the effort even though we know it is supposed to be done.